The Phoenicians were one of the most influential maritime civilizations of the ancient world. Flourishing between approximately 1500 BCE. They were renowned as skilled sailors, traders, and shipbuilders who dominated Mediterranean commerce for centuries. Though they never formed a unified empire, the Phoenicians built a vast trade network and left a legacy that shaped Western civilization, most notably through the development of the alphabet. Their name, Phoenicia, comes from the Greek word phoenix, meaning purple, a reference to the prized Tyrian purple dye they produced from the murex sea snail. Origins and geography. The Phoenicians originated in the region of the eastern Mediterranean, in what is now modern-day Lebanon. Their location along the coast with limited arable land forced them to look to the sea for sustenance and wealth. They built sturdy, advanced ships and were the first to use biremes. These outposts supported long-distance trade and spread Phoenician culture and products. Their sailing expertise allowed them to navigate the Mediterranean and even venture into the Atlantic Ocean, possibly as far as the British Isles and West Africa. These cities were independent yet shared a common language, culture, and religion. Maritime prowess and trade. The Phoenicians are best known as masters of the sea. They established trading colonies throughout the Mediterranean, the most famous being Carthage, founded around 814 BCE. In doing so, they became key cultural intermediaries between major ancient civilizations. Developed around 1050 BC, it was a phonetic writing system that used 22 symbols, each representing a consonant sound. Purple dye, glass and fine textiles, timber from the famous cedars of Lebanon through trade. The Phoenicians spread their alphabet throughout the Mediterranean, enabling the rise of literacy in other cultures and laying the groundwork for modern writing systems. Metals, ceramics, and luxury goods. Their influence stretched from Egypt and Mesopotamia to Greece. The Phoenician alphabet. One of the Phoenicians' most important contributions to world history. Some Phoenician cities, like Carthage, were also known for controversial religious rituals, including child sacrifice, as suggested by archaeological and historical evidence, though the extent of this practice remains debated. Unlike earlier writing systems like cuneiform or Egyptian hieroglyphs, the Phoenician script was. This alphabet became the foundation for Greek, Latin, Hebrew, and Arabic scripts. Founded by colonists from Tyre, Carthage grew into a major naval and trading power, inheriting and surpassing Phoenician maritime traditions. Although it began as a Phoenician colony, Carthage developed a unique identity and would later come into conflict with Rome during the Punic Wars. Religion. Phoenician religion was polytheistic, with gods often linked to natural forces and fertility. Major deities included their maritime innovations, trade networks, and diplomatic skills shaped the ancient world. Baal, storm and fertility. God, Starte, often associated with Heracles by the Greeks. Temples and religious practices were integrated into daily life and politics. Carthage and the Western Phoenicians. The western expansion of Phoenician influence reached its height with Carthage, which eventually became a powerful city-state in its own right. By the 5th century BCE, Carthage controlled much of the western Mediterranean, including parts of Sicily, Sardinia, Corsica, and Spain. Decline and legacy. The original Phoenician city-states began to decline in the first millennium BC, falling under the control of larger empires: Assyrians, Babylonians, Persians, Alexander the Great. Despite foreign rule, Phoenician cities often retained a degree of autonomy due to their value in commerce and shipbuilding. However, their independence and influence gradually faded. The cultural legacy of the Phoenicians, especially their alphabet, survived and flourished through the civilizations they influenced.